Congressman, I didn't know a $3 trillion bill was free.
It's not free. Nothing is free, Brian. And I'm sorry, but I can't give you a good explanation for this because there isn't one. And tell you what, it's also well above $3 trillion. I mean, the new estimates on it, based on actually going through it in the Budget Committee, are almost $4.5 trillion. And there's only about $2 trillion in tax increases. So I know math is hard for Democrats, and especially so for the ones who govern. But this math doesn't work out. The other really interesting thing about this is their lack of understanding about basic economics. So Biden said it costs $0. That's like saying when I go buy a cup of coffee just because I paid for it that it doesn't cost anything. But of course it costs something. Look, I think what this bill really boils down to is straight up bribery for the progressive agenda, for the progressive activists, and trying to bribe the American people. And tell you what, because of this bill, you might need those bribes because it's going to kill your jobs and it's going to kill your wages. You know, if you're in the energy sector, it's an estimated 90,000 jobs lost because of the bills, because of the provisions that are in this bill, and the natural gas tax, for instance. Not only that, but your electricity prices are going to go up as a result, and you're not going to have reliable energy, okay, just like the problems in California, and frankly, that's what led to some of the problems in Texas. There's a lot of bad stuff in this. I mean, the corporate tax increase will kill jobs, and not only that, but economists estimate it will also reduce wages. So this is bad on so many fronts. It'll lead to slower growth and stagnation and inflation, which is just not something Americans need right now.
So there's two bills, just so everyone doesn't get confused. There's $1.2 trillion that was handed to you guys that the Senate passed with 19 Republicans voting for it, so-called bipartisan bill. Evidently, there's 23 hard yeses among Republicans in the House for that, but there's 45 hard no's from the left-wing Democrats. Where's the $1.2 trillion bipartisan plan, and what does Dan Crenshaw do about that?
That's a really good point to make. So there's the massive reconciliation package and there's the infrastructure package. Now, in the infrastructure package, my problem with the infrastructure package is that it's simply too expensive. The stuff that's in there isn't that bad, but I think it's about 3 times more expensive than it needs to be. And the good news is the progressives aren't going to let Democrats pass that one either. Because, look, I think the last thing we need after spending almost $6 trillion over the past year because of COVID relief is more spending. All right, we need to rein it in, do what works for the economy, do what promotes growth. And when you promote growth, businesses flourish, they're hiring people, and wages increase. You know where wages especially increase? For the bottom quintile of earners. That's proven under the Trump economy, and we could do it again. Again, all Joe Biden had to do to be successful was do nothing, but he can't help himself.
But they're going to be raising taxes from 37% to 39% on the upper class. They're going to be doubling the capital gains tax. They are going to take the corporate tax rate from 21 to 28, maybe even higher. They're going to find a way to pay for at least half of it with tax dollars that usually go to grow the economy. Congressman, it's a scary time. I hope Republicans can stand up for it because it's not even about politics. It's about the future of the country. Thanks so much.